So much going on right now in the field. I am noticing that lessons and craziness are coming up in the field each and every day to teach us stuff that you could not plan for, imagine, etc., but is basically giving us mirrors into who we are, what's going on in our life, stuff that maybe hasn't been serving us but has been plotting the whole course of our destiny. I actually had on my website, awakeningyou.net, the whole website got deleted by some error in the software of my hosting company. And I sent a message to them asking them to fix it or whatever, and then they tangled all my websites together. And a different website that I have called Awakening Through Sexuality, they tied it all together thinking it was the same thing just because the first word happened to be the same. So I'm just kind of crushed because my business that I run, and it hasn't been as successful as I'd like or whatever. So I'm just wondering if it's like, okay, the universe is now saying that that's not my path. Maybe I'm just doing something different. I don't know. But 3 times I went to them. Each time they made it worse, and they didn't even listen to the words. They just blindly glued shit together, hoping to fix it and close the ticket, which is none of my problem, but is just craziness as far as I'm concerned. So what are some other things that have been going on? So I've been having interactions in my world with people and seeing mirrors of myself that I didn't want to admit. I admit I've talked many times. I've got wounds from my past and around my mother and feminine and my divorce and other things. But I've been, and this is a hard recollection for myself, but I've been what some might call leaky sexual. And I saw it in a woman yesterday, and I saw myself, and it was just like, what's going on? But my wounds around my sexuality, around my mother's wounding from being raped and other things have wallpapered me or defined me in ways that aren't true, but basically set me up to get the same over and over again. And for a long time, that's all the women I was attacking in my life. My relationships all were leaky sexual with leaky sexual people, which means you don't have good boundaries. You basically, the other person is, or I am, because it goes both ways. I was feeding off of, or they were feeding off of me, but from a not empowered place, but from a wounded place. So I got to see that. I also got to see, I do IT support for people, and I put a lot of energy into helping people solve their problems quickly and lovingly and with respect, but I put far too much of my personal energy into the work I do. A friend reflected, I did some work for them, set up a TV and fixed their Mac computer, which was all very uncomfortable for me. I don't normally work on Mac computers, but we figured out how to uninstall some software, fix a notification that said he had a virus and all these things, which I did. It took a lot of personal effort and energy. And then he said, oh, I feel so amazing and so much energy is here and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, ooh, did I leave too much on the table? And I don't actually have to fix the energies of the people. I'm just there to influence the computer, the software, the broken programs, etc., into operating properly. But I think I've left too much on the table, given too much energy to the situations, which has caused me to feel depleted. And maybe you're in customer service, maybe you work in IT or whatever, but I find that we are in all these things, we're being asked to give energy to other people, to please them, to make them happy, to fix, to whatever you want to call it. And I'm learning that I need to maybe step back from that. I've been in customer service for a very long time, and essentially I don't have to give anything to the client, the person. I don't have to leave any energy on the table. It doesn't have to be part of my energy or my energy left afterwards, because for years I would install new computers at a client's place or these kind of things, and I'd feel drained and depleted because I made those computers a part of myself and the fact that my company gave them and these kind of things. Where do you do that in your life with customer service, or maybe with serving your parents, your spouse, your kids, or whatever, where you leave a part of yourself with that person just to please them so that they'll be happy enough to like you or to please you back? Or it's the inverted version of love that we have, which is based on codependency and attachment and narcissism and these distorted family values. I'm going through that myself. So learning to be aware of your part and know when you're giving energy or you're feeding depleting situations, etc., is critical for me right now. And it's changed everything, because now it's like, okay, I literally was like angry at myself. I was like, where did that come from inside myself when I noticed some of these things? And then I knew it was part of me, and it was part of my beliefs, and it was in my shadow, and it was very deep down, and it was not serving me at all. And I got to make a choice. It's like, do I want to continue with this? Do I want to keep bringing that shadow of myself into other people, through other people, and end up depleted and just in a loop of the same thing happening over and over again, which is a mirror of me. And it takes a lot to admit it, and I'm kind of hurting inside. There's some sadness and wounding and other stuff, but we go through these circumstances, we go through these programs a lot of times because they're karmic, and we're trying to clean up stuff that's been in our soul program, and maybe it's a part of your lineage from your parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, etc., where they've been going through these patterns, and we're here ultimately to clean it up, to roll up the timeline and close it off so that we no longer have to stay in these patterns. I'm certainly seeing the change in my world. I'm starting to see better feminine show up in my life, and curiosity and other things, because I'm shifting. It's showing me that those new possibilities are here, and I no longer have to sit in that old pattern. And by seeing it and being scared by it, made very sad by it, there happened to be a rainstorm last night as I was driving home and feeling all these things. So there was a lot of coming out of the field, a lot of old programs being healed, dissolved, resolved as part of the program, a part of what we're all going through right now. And I'm grateful to have left it. I'm grateful to have witnessed it. I'm grateful to the people that showed it to me, all friends, and maybe I can be a mirror back for them, to help them see their own side. But it had to start with me first, because my experience is mine, and there's a lot of people with common programs, a lot of people with common wounds that are in the field that we've all picked up to try and clean up and heal up. Well, look at yourself, and this may be too direct or whatever, but I had to find out that I had leaky sexual tendencies, which is a hard one to explain, but it's basically not serving me, and I have to own it and start to heal it and resolve it and let the energies fall in. Now that I've admitted it, now all of a sudden the tightness in my chest is starting to loosen. That wounding, that need, that desire, that want for sexuality or connection or loving connection or intimacy has changed everything. So I'm doing the work. Maybe you're doing the work as well. Maybe you're having similarly weird shit show up, but keep doing it. That's all you can do. So I thank you. I hope this information helps you, and keep shining, keep rising, do the best you can every day. That's all you can do. Thank you. I appreciate you. Talk to you soon.